I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm the sad one who's to say, I'm the faster, I'm the favorite, I'm the left out, run away. It's the wrong way to think today, what a chance you did take today. It's the madness your drive creates, what a chance you did waste today.
From the fast-paced superspeedway racing of Alabama to the hot desert of Phoenix, Arizona, the Right Lane Cup Series arrives here for its 17th round of the season here at Phoenix International Raceway. We are approaching the hottest temperatures ever recorded for a Right Lane Cup Series race, where this 1 mile track will be slick and very exciting to watch. Our 42 drivers take 78 laps around this great, very odd-shaped racetrack, but I'm sure the action will be absolutely amazing. The fans have packed out. They've been wanting a Right Lane Cup Series race for a good long time. So we'll go trackside and get your starting lineup. On the pole, it's a shock for many, rookie Aiden Smith out of the Spa camp. He gets his first pole ever in the Right Lane Cup Series. Charles Sanford will get another outside pole. Mac Johnson and Jesse Turner will be row 2 with Ben McDonald and Henry Thomas running row 3. Griffin Lipple McDermott gets Jeremy Frey with Peter Onjack, the second on Giotto car in 9th, with Alexander Phoenix rounding out your top 10. Lane Sanders is in 11th, Julio Caesar and Ryan Griffin, James Ellison and Jeffrey Finguy will round out your top 15. Big notables today, Ryan Griffin is second in points, but your points leader, that is Vince Freeze. He is starting way, way back in the field. So we're going back down. Major Robinson returning with Carson Green making his first start in several races. There is Vince Freeze in the 30th position. They missed the setup and had a really bad lap in qualifying, but that still puts them 30th on the grid. We'll see how Vince Freeze comes back from that. Looking back in the very back of the field, J.D. Martin and Angel Gutierrez failed tech. They will be going back with the 2 Revolution Racing cars. As per usual, Christian Vargas and Asher Evelyn. They will be starting in the 41st and the 42nd places. Let's go ahead, go trackside, and get your command to start the engines and get this race underway.
Here to give the command to fire engines is Emmy and SAG nominee, Giancarlo Esposito.
Drivers, start your engines!
And how about this for Aiden Smith in the Spa Cam? This is Smith's first ever pole in the Right Lane Cup Series. Charles Sanford, this is his 4th front row start this year. For Smith, this is probably going to be the highlight to his year. He's got 1 top 10 on the year thus far, running the worst out of the Spa cars. But maybe that can all change today. Maybe he can turn this pole into a win. Sanford, who is outside a lot of guys in this top 10, like Mac Johnson, Jesse Turner, Ben McDonald, Taylor Frey. They're all looking for their first Right Lane Cup Series wins. The pace car is off. We'll monitor the championship battle as we go through the race. 17 points separate the top 2 as Aiden Smith and Sanford are going to bring us around turn number 4. The green flag is out. The 17th race in the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2 is underway. Already, look at this mess going into turn 1. Look at Griffin Lapel McDermott in the 22. He's all the way on the apron trying to make up spots. 2 and 3 wide throughout the field, maybe some 4 wide. Smith, Mac Johnson, Charles Sanford get away. Griffin Lipple McDermott had a bad corner exit. He's going to try to get underneath Ben McDonald. Turner's going to back off. Coming to complete lap number 1, it's going to be Aiden Smith out of the Spa camp. Going to lead his 5th Right Lane Cup Series lap this season. Sanford is able to slip into 2nd. Look at Griffin Lapel McDermott go. GLM is up to 3rd already, and we're only on lap number 2. 4 wide behind him, it's Sanders, Finguy, Thomas, and Ben McDonald. Finguy backed off. Sanders is going to stick it right in there between Onjack and Mac Johnson. Ben McDonald slipping backwards. He just does not have the forward drive that he needs. Looking back through the field, though, there's a driver that I was worried about. It's Vince Freeze in the 9. Freeze is slipping backwards. He started up in right outside the top 20, and he is stuck in that outside line. Look at this mess. He has already lost. He's back to 32nd already. And he just cannot get in line. But there's Jeff Bolton shoving it in the 11 car. Justin Henley's going to get right up to the back bumper. Vince Freeze. Freeze is falling like a rock. This is not what Vince Freeze needs if he wants to go back-to-back in the championship. Back to 34th. A lot of slipping and sliding through this field. A lot of nudging, a lot of bumping. Look at that mess. Look at this mess right here between J.D. Martin and Carson Green. Wild, wild racing here at Phoenix, and it's only lap number 4. Look at this 4 wide right here. Fitzwater puts the 2 of the Breeding Enterprises cars 4 wide. And James Ellison, looks like Fitzy is going to get 4 spots out of that. Wow, look at this mess. Ellison slips way to the outside. But back up front, we're going to take a look at the top 5 as they run now. Griffin Lapel McDermott's alongside Charles Sanford for the 2nd spot. Here's Jesse Turner and Lane Sanders fighting for the top 5. Alexander Phoenix runs all the way onto the apron, trying to get around Mac Johnson. Henry Thomas is back up into the top 10. If Thomas wants to get into the championship fight, he needs to win this race. But look at Peter Onjak running inside the top 10. A great qualifying effort for both the Onjato cars. And Onjak, the team got back-to-back wins last week at Talladega. And for Peter Onjak, this is going to be a big, big statement. Look at Onjak go. He's 3 wide underneath Mac Johnson and Alexander Phoenix. Derek Hamill has moved himself up into the top 15. Thomas has been set aside. Finn Guy is here. Taylor Frey, Derek Hamill. A lot of drivers trying to get very good races, trying to end their season strong. Luke Martin, I think, is very worth noting right now of the championship battle. Luke Martin is here in 14th spot. And he came into this race very close to Alexander Rowe in the 10. And you're seeing here Rowe is just running deep in the field. There's Alexander Rowe running 18th. This Rookie of the Year battle has picked up very well. And these two, I'm sure they are going to be fighting hard for the championship. I think there's another driver we need to shout out right quick. It's Luke Evans in the 43. Was announced this week that Evans would not be returning to that 43 car. Late model star Tim Fiegel will be driving that number 43 come next year. And Evans is looking for another ride in the Right Lane Cup Series. Back up front, though, the top 5 has mellowed out. Now they have a 6th driver with them. It's Alexander Phoenix. Phoenix trying to get his name back in the championship fight. Wow, look at the slide out of turn number 2, out of that number 62. A lot of Pontiacs in this top 10. Of course, you have Aiden Smith. He's leading. You've got Lane Sanders in 5th. Alexander Phoenix in 6th. Henry Thomas is there. Look at this. Look at this Onjato sandwich that Jeffrey Finguy has found himself in. Onjak got kicked to the outside. He hit Jeffrey Finguy. Both of them go sideways into the corner. They're going to keep it straight. A lot of close quarters action here at Phoenix. This has to be a very entertaining race for the fans, I'm sure. Of course, we're on lap number 11. You see Frey is finally going to get past Jeffrey Finguy. That is for the 9th spot. Finguy's going to hold 10th. Another driver moving forward very quickly. It's Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater started deep in the field. We saw the 4 wide bonsai moves he was making to get up here. He's up to 12th. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. Right now, he's the leading Fitzwater Australia car. Luke Martin is back behind him, just inside the top 15. And Vince Freeze, we need to check up on Vince Freeze, the championship leader coming into this race. There he is. In 34th place. He's trying to get back forward. You see, man, he's at everybody. Nobody's cutting him any slack today. You've got people dive bombing, trying to get forward. And I think that's just a product of the racing that this racetrack is putting on, because they're able to dive bomb very easily, able to get it to stick once you do that, and it's just everybody is being very selfish at the start of this race. I'm sure there was a lot of concern about the fall off that the tires are going to have, about about halfway. It was thought that the fall off would be about 2.5 seconds between now and the pit stop. And already they've lost 0.5 of a second. Here's Ryan Griffin running back in 27th. He was the other championship contender. But as of right now, I believe he will keep third in points. But we'll have to see, because Griffin is going to have to make up a lot of ground if he wants to get second from Vince Freeze. Oh, man, look at the sliding back here. That's Samuel England on the 24. Freeze to the inside. He's going to try to get 2 of his spots back. Freeze could not get it to go. Ellison sticks it underneath the 9. This is not the day Vince Freeze wanted to have in his championship hunt. Back up front, though, I've noticed a change. A very big change. Here comes Griffin Label McDermott. This is not what Freeze wanted. GLM is to the lead. He's gotten past Aiden Smith and Charles Sanford. Alexander Phoenix goes to the inside. Lane Sanders runs bottom with Phoenix. Turner runs a lane higher. Derek Hamill is in the top 10. Where did he come from? In the Little Debbie's Honda. 17 laps were led by Aiden Smith. We're going to see how Griffin Label McDermott can hold off this. Looks like Smith is starting to lose all that power. And GLM gets that bonus point. Remember, you get 2 bonus points for leading the most laps as well. So GLM is going to want to stay out here as long as he can. And that way he can guarantee that he can get the points lead from Vince Freeze. Looking back, Charles Sanford started to drop like a rock. He was in second a few laps ago. Now he's back. If he's almost outside the top 5. Jesse Turner moves alongside the Busch Beer Toyota. Sanders up to 4th. Turner, and that's going to bring Hamill. It's going to bring Henry Thomas. It's going to bring Taylor Frey and Jeffrey Finguy back up here. Zachary Fitzwater is almost into the top 10. It would not shock me with how good this 59 has been at the start of this race if Fitzwater takes it home the checkered flag. He has not won since Rockingham last season. Of course, both his teammates have won. It would be a very good thing for Fitzwater to get this checkered flag. Of course, looking up here, this mess, this bottleneck, it's a bottleneck right here for the 6th spot between Sanford and Turner. That's just going to hold everybody else behind them up. Hamill goes to the inside. Turner's going to try to slide in front of the 19. He's going to clear. Lane Sanders is going on the charge against his fellow Pontiacs. That's his car. Aiden Smith. Sanders has the most ownership stake in that 40 car. He's going to try to go forward. Sanders up to 3rd. What a story it would be if Lane Sanders could get his first career Right Lane Cup Series win. He came close at Talladega. He had a good car. I believe he finished in the 8th spot. Sanders trying to move forward and get his first win. Alexander Phoenix trying to get his 2nd win of the year. And Griffin Label McDermott, he is trying to run away from everybody else. Lap 22. GLM has to lead at least the next 30 laps, and then he will get the most lap led bonus. The top 10 seems to have single filed out. Man, never mind. Look at this fight back here for the 8th spot. Finguy is leaning all over Zachary Fitzwater here. Peter Ojak is holding firm with Luke Martin. Mac Johnson has slipped back to 14th. Breeding's up to 15th. Let's take one last look at Vince Freeze. There's Ryan Griffin. He's up into the 24th spot. There is Vince Freeze. He started to move forward. He's up to 32nd. As Vince Freeze tries to move back up the field, his championship rival, there he is. Griffin Label McDermott continues to lead here at Phoenix. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 17 here at the Phoenix Raceway. GLM leads over Alexander Phoenix and Lane Sanders. We'll be right back right after this.
You spend the day going in circles, and you earn the right to do one more. That's fuel for the soul.
Felicitations, malefactors! I am endeavoring to misappropriate the formulary for the preparation of affordable comestibles! Who will join me? I don't get it.
Where'd you go? I just did a bump and run and took the lead.
I ran out of dip.
Dip? I'm racing neck and neck, and that's all you can think about is dip? You need to get your priorities straight.
Look at the bumper given to the 75. Caesar to the inside. He's going to take second spot. The Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 17, brings us to Phoenix Raceway in the land of the blazing heat. Griffin Latham McDermott, though, does not seem to mind. He has been leading since lap number 17. We're on lap number 28 now. GLM has led over Alexander Phoenix, Lane Sanders, Aiden Smith, and Jesse Turner. That has been your top 5 for the last several laps. Welcome back to Phoenix. As GLM continues to lead, we wanted to update you on the championship contenders right now. There's Jeffrey Finguy under attack by a pair of angry Onjato cars yet again. GLM is your leader and is your points leader as of right now. There's Ryan Griffin in the 26th spot. He was third in points coming into this race. He was 40 points back from the leader, Vince Freeze. I believe this will put him closer to the championship lead, about 7 or 8 points, because there's Vince Freeze. Freeze had a terrible start. He said he got some debris on his tires when he started the race, and when he got stuck in the outside line, he could not get them cleaned off, and the car just would not go. He spent several laps trying to get to the inside to get going, and now he's back inside the top 30. He's in 29th right now. He was as low as 40th, believe it or not, and this could be, if he's able to salvage anything out of this race, this would be an absolutely amazing recovery for Vince Freeze, trying to go back-to-back in the championship. This would be something unheard of in the Right Lane Cup Series. Looking back through the back of the field and back to the front, you see Sanders had made an attempt on Alexander Phoenix. He missed, went to the outside line. Sanders back to third. Charles Sanford has gotten back past Jesse Turner, and he's going to finally try to get past Aiden Smith, the Spa rookie, the pole sitter. Smith has to let Sanford go. Maybe not. He's going to try on the outside line. And look who's in the top 10. It's Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater has moved his number 59 car from deep in the field. He ran the bottom line extremely well on the start, and now he's in 9th. And he might, there's the odd chance he gets into the top 5 here before long. And I said watch out for Zachary Fitzwater because he has the best car in the field so far. And you're seeing it here. He's got a bunch of cars stacking up side by side in front of him. That's Jesse Turner trying to get past Derek Hamill. This is what Fitzwater wants. He needs these guys to break momentum so he can get back by him. He's going to run the outside on Henry Thomas as Thomas cuts the dog leg. Some more cutting the dog leg. That's a very common thing to happen here at Phoenix. You can go down there. You can, in theory, you can go all the way to the inside wall on the restart. And restarts are going to be absolutely full of pandemonium. We saw the start. They were 2, 3, and 4 wide, but even before they got to turn 1. Want to see here, we've got trouble on the racetrack. The caution flag is out. See what happened. There's Ryan Reed with damage. Asher Evelyn has the door knocked in on the side of that number 99 NJ Transit Toyota. I believe that was probably our caution. The caution flag is going to be out here, as GLM is going to take the caution flag with Phoenix Sanders, Charles Sanford, and Aiden Smith. That's going to be your top 5. So the caution flag is out here. We're going to go see if we can get a replay, see what happened here. And we found, I think, what happened. And you saw Ryan Reed got into the back of Jeff Bolton in turn 1 and 2, and I don't think Bolton liked that. Wow, what a mess. Spun Reed into Asher Evelyn right in front of these last few cars, and that was enough to bring the caution flag out. Riding on board with Jeff Bolton, that is the third Monjaro car in the race. I think you saw Reed get into Bolton there, and Bolton just didn't give any room when Reed slid up, and you saw the result there. Pit stops happening. I see GLM has lost the lead off of pit road. Lane Sanders will take the lead. He jumps from third to first. His pit crew getting that Domino's Pontiac up front. You see Alexander Phoenix, Charles Sanford's 4th, Turner's 5th. Aiden Smith loses some spots. Fitzwater will gain a few spots. But as they're reorganizing, getting ready for the green flag, this has been the Right Lane Cup Series, Season 2, race number 17, here at the Phoenix Raceway. Lane Sanders leads under caution over GLM, Alexander Phoenix, Charles Sanford, and Henry Thomas. Will be right back right after this.
For every turn, a twist. For every start, an untimely finish. For every win, someone who loses it. For every number, a nation. For every celebration, a brawl. For every split second, years of work. For every heaven, a hell. For every good old boy, a good old girl. For every curse, a prayer. For every ounce of order, a jug of chaos. For every twist, there's a turn.
Welcome back to Phoenix. We're coming back to the restart. We're under caution here at Phoenix, lap number 39, for a 3-car accident out of turn number 2. Lane Sanders has gotten the lead in the cycle of pit stops over Griffin Lapel McDermott, Alexander Phoenix, Charles Sanford, Jesse Turner. Coming back into the restart zone to complete lap number 39. Lane Sanders is going to take off, and we're back under green here at Phoenix. Sanders had a good restart. GLM did not. Green flag is back out. Look at them fan out 2 and 3 wide going into turn number 1. GLM under attack from Alexander Phoenix on his fresh tires. Fitzwater quick to move his 59 car to the inside. That's going to give him the 7th spot. Hamill trying to get back into the top 10. He's up to 9th. He might get 8th here. He's going to pull right up to the back bumper of Fitzwater. But up front, Lane Sanders is going to get away. GLM's going to hold on to 2nd spot. Phoenix is under attack from Charles Sanford. Henry Thomas trying to move forward. Thomas to the inside of Turner. He's going to get to the inside of Sanford. Fitzwater has cleared Aiden Smith. He's under attack. Sanders getting away, trying to win his first Right Lane Cup Series race. He's got about 38 laps to do it. But, of course, a lot can happen in 38 laps, as we saw in the last run. Looking back through the field, trying to look for 2 cars in particular. Look at Vince Freeze. He's up to 22nd. Ryan Griffin is right behind him, up to 23rd. These 2 were the biggest championship concerns early in this race. Freeze had a horrible first 10 laps. He was able to slowly claw his way back forward. He needed a reset, and that's what they did. They did a little bit of adjusting on that number 9 car under the caution. Ryan Griffin, likewise, they fixed his tight condition that was plaguing him that all last run. They're up into the top 20 now. This is not what GLM wants to see. He's lost the lead to Lane Sanders. J.D. Martin, we saw, had a problem on pit road. They had an overheating problem on that number 96. But for GLM, this is not what he wants to see. The closer that 9 and that 1 gets, the fewer and fewer points he has on them. And soon, GLM might not come out of here with a points lead. But coming back through here, we're on lap number 44. We'll have to see what GLM can do. Sanders is running a really solid line. If we saw him trying to experiment with the outside line in the last run, and Sanders now, he's trying everything he knows that will work, and it seems he's running that dominant line. You saw GLM throw it in there in the turn 1. And that's the thing about Phoenix. You can throw the car in there and make it stick. We're seeing back there another fight. Derek Hamill and Zachary Fitzwater fighting each other for the 7th spot. Fitzwater's going to try to use the run out of the corner, but Hamill's going to hold it on his door. These 2 MB2 Motorsports cars, though, I've been looking at them since the restart. Henry Thomas and Alexander Phoenix, the 2 of them, have slowly but surely moved forward in this race. Well, either one of them could win this. But they have to work together, and it seems that that's what they're doing. Thomas is giving Alexander Phoenix plenty of room here. Looking back through here, is that Nick Breeding? It is Nick Breeding. Look at Nick Breeding go in that 54 car. He's to the inside of the 15 and the 59. How about this for Nick Breeding? Oh my goodness, he almost crashed coming out of turn number 2. Sending it back to turn number 3. We haven't seen much of Breeding all season since he won that race at Bristol, his home track. Out here in the desert, Breeding trying to finish off the season in the best way he can. Behind him, that's your pole sitter, Aiden Smith, has fallen outside the top 10. He's in the clutches of Luke Evans. DJ Curtis has been holding this 14th spot since the start of the race. Jeffrey Finguy has slipped back slightly. Oh my goodness, you know who I just saw? There he is. Vince Freeze is almost inside the top 15. He's up to 17th now. This is absolutely not what the field wanted to see. GLM currently holds the points lead, but Freeze has moved himself into a better position. Maybe that 9 car can come out of here with a points lead after all. As you're seeing it, Ryan Griffin is back 2 cars behind the 9. Logan Cloud has moved forward with him. Cloud had a horrible start as well. A lot of adjusting to these cars going on here at Phoenix, and everybody's just trying to get the car set up for this late run. There goes Vince Freeze past the rookie Major Robinson. That'll put him into the 16th spot. Aiden Smith, the other rookie, he is probably going to get passed by Vince Freeze here as well. Curtis to the outside. Let's see what Freeze does. He picks neither lane. He's going to try to build a run on Aiden Smith. See here. Look at this. Look at Vince Freeze. He's on the apron. He dove it in on Aiden Smith. Smith gives him the room. And that's going to put Vince Freeze. That will put Vince Freeze into the top 15. Up front, though, we saw something I did see. Henry Thomas got 3rd from his teammate. Now he sets sights on Griffin Lapel McDermott. Charles Sanford is holding his spot incredibly well. Derek Hamill is here. Taylor Freeze moved up to 8th. Fitzwater has slipped back into the 9th spot. His steady progress towards the front seems to have stalled out so far. We'll have to see if that's going to impede him. Breeding is up into the top 10. He got past Peter Onjak. And how about this for Onjato? In spite of the 11, Onjato is having a very good day. Maybe they can get 2 double top 10s back to back. I believe that'd be the first time Onjato had ever done such a thing. But they're very close now. Taylor Frey is comfortably in the top 10. And Peter Onjak is just outside of it. But up front, this fight for the lead is tightening up greatly. You see Henry Thomas. He pushed Griffin Lapel McDermott down the straightaway. He's going to go by him. Looks like in turn 1. GLM runs the outside line at the very edge of the groove. He's going to try to diamond it here. Thomas had it let out of the gas down the corner. Look at GLM. He's going to use that run down the straightaway. This is what Lane Sanders wants. He wants these two to get side by side so he can pull away with the race lead. And we've had, oh no, we've had a caution. That's not what he wants to see. What happened? Oh my goodness, Logan Cloud is upside down. What happened? Oh, Carson Green was in it. Zachary DeLello was involved. Caution flag is out. Ben McDonald's got a big old hole in his door. And this will change everything here at Phoenix. Cloud, this has ruined Lane Sanders' chances at winning. My goodness, what on earth has just happened? We'll have to get a replay right quick. See what happened. Logan Cloud out of his race car. A great thing to see. But man, we got to get a replay and see what happened. Looking at it, well, here's Logan Cloud. He is in a very tight group of race cars. And oh, Griffin. Oh, Griffin, that's 3rd in points. Ryan Griffin, he got into Logan Cloud and Ben McDonald. Stry got involved. I wonder how he got. And oh, wow. Oh, Carson Green sent the number 89 over. That's where he got his damage. But I'm wondering how the 7 got involved in all this. You said the whole right front of his car is completely ripped off. Looking at it, here's here's Zachary DeLello in the 7. He pulled to the inside, and it looks like, oh, he clipped. So when the 67 hit the 89, DeLello at the exact same time hit the number 89 of Logan Cloud, and I think that's what sent him over. Big shame for them. Another look from Kyle Shoestry. You see Shoestry got involved. Ben McDonald threw Shoestry into the fence, and it's a miracle the two of them did not crash. Big damage to the 55 and the 16 there. You saw all the damage on the side of Ben McDonald as he brought it back to the caution flag. It might be terminal, it might be not, but that's a shame for Ben McDonald, who was trying to get a good end to the season. Big damage for him. Riding on board with the 52 of Angel Gutierrez. See the wreck happening in front of Gutierrez. Gutierrez backs off. And you saw Logan Cloud at the very edge of your screen. Very lucky to get through that wreck. Looking back from Angel Gutierrez's rear bumper. Phew! What a crash. I'm glad Logan Cloud is all right. Another on board, we have a Jeff Bolton. See, Bolton goes to the inside thinking the cars are going to slide up, and oh, wow. Bolton is incredibly lucky he didn't crash there. The drivers are not going to come down pit road. It doesn't seem anybody up front will. So Lane Sanders is going to hold the lead over Henry Thomas. Griffin Maple McDermott is third with Alexander Phoenix, Charles Sanford, Jesse Turner, Derek Hamill, Taylor Frey, Zachary Fitzwater, and Nick Breeding rounding out your top 10. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 17 here at Phoenix International Raceway. Lane Sanders leads after 57 of 78 laps. We'll be right back right after this.
All of these championship-winning drivers have one thing in common: Goodyear Racing Eagles. The race-winning technology that's found in the Goodyear Racing Eagles can also be found in the world's best-selling line of high-performance street tires, Goodyear Eagle Street Radials. The champions know, and it's why we say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
The pace car has just pulled off here at Phoenix. Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 17 here at Phoenix. Lane Sanders leads over Henry Thomas, Griffin Maple McDermott, Alexander Phoenix, and Charles Sanford. That is your top 5. After a very big crash, seeing Logan Cloud flip over, he's out of the infield care center and okay. We're going to restart with 20 laps to go. The green flag is back out. Sanders takes us back to the green flag. Sanders did not get the restart he wanted. Here comes Henry Thomas to the inside. Thomas trying to win his second race of the season. Look at this. He's going to move into this first spot. Henry Thomas needed this for his championship hopes. A big cluster behind them, though. Look at Sanford. He's in a mess in between these group of Fords. That's Zachary Fitzwater leaning all over Jesse Turner going back to turn number 1. Fitzwater. How about Zachary Fitzwater? His car came back alive here. He's going to move his car. This is probably going to put him in the 6th spot. This is going to put him up into the top 5. And this gaggle of cars behind him. Derek Hamill running the inside line. That's the last hope for the Anjato cars, trying to get a double top 10. Peter Onjak slipping backwards. Look at Vince Freeze. Freeze is back into the lead. Is back up here. This has got to be an incredible rebound for Vince Freeze. He's up to 14th. Make it 13th. He gets past the number 5 of Peter Onjak. This is not what GLM wanted. This is not what Ryan Griffin wanted. Griffin is still stuck back in traffic. There he is, running just outside the top 20. But Freeze, he is marching his way up to the front. The top 10 is right there. That's Taylor Frey and Luke Evans fighting for it. Freeze is still on rails. He still has plenty of time to get up into the top 10. Meanwhile, though, if I were GLM crew chief, I would be telling him, you need to push. You need to push now. The points difference between 3rd, 2nd, and 1st is 15 points. So getting any of these 2 spots would be great for GLM. Phoenix underneath. Wow, look at this. Oh my goodness, what a save by GLM. Alexander Phoenix almost moved the 22. I cannot imagine GLM would be happy with that. That was a close call here at Phoenix. The hometown driver, Alexander Phoenix, almost caused a calamity with the points leader as of right now, Griffin Lapel McDermott. I saw it in the background. Someone's in the top 10 now. He's up to 11th. Freeze is up to 11th. Looking at this gaggle of cars back here, Ryan Griffin is right in the middle of it. Your third in points needs anything. He needs to get past all these cars as quickly as possible. Looking back, Sanders is really the only driver left that can challenge Henry Thomas. What can Sanders do? It's a pair of Pontiacs leading a Ford, another Pontiac, and another Ford up front. Sanders trying to get back up here. It was announced last week that they would be moving to Chevrolet. This would be a great thing for Sanders and that team, a great momentum booster for them if they're able to get this win. But Griffin Lapel McDermott and Alexander Phoenix have reeled in the 0-1. I'm afraid without another caution, even with another caution, I don't think Sanders is going to be able to catch Henry Thomas. He's just that good. And for Thomas, this is a big thing for him. He needed another win. He needed another good couple of runs with 4 races left in the season for him to try and get himself another Right Lane Cup Series win. This would be his third if he's able to hold on. Coming back around, it'll be 11 laps to go. We've had a spin. We've had a collision, a caution flag. That's not what Henry Thomas wanted. I believe it was Justin Henley. It is Justin Henley. The right side of that number 31 Chevrolet is in tatters. Thomas will lead them back. With 11 laps to go, this changes everything. Let's get a replay and see what just happened. Here's Justin Henley getting put 3 wide, I believe, and done LaPrade. LaPrade sent Justin Henley aside, crashed the number 31 into the outside retaining wall, and that will bring out our third caution flag of the day, and that will change everything. We're going to get the 1 to green here at Phoenix. Lap number 71 out of 78. Henry Thomas is leading this race. He just needs a good restart, and he needs to hope Sanders does not get a better one. They'll be coming back to 7 laps to go here at Phoenix. Your top 5 is as follows: Henry Thomas, Lane Sanders, Griffin Lapel McDermott, Alexander Phoenix, and Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater needs a Hail Mary, the best car in the field. He's going to need a Hail Mary if he wants to win this race. And with seeing how the front 4 have gotten physical with each other, that might not be out of the question. With the pace car pulling down pit lane, Thomas is going to pace the field down the back straightaway going into turn number 3. If we get another caution now, the race would be over. Coming into the restart zone, it's Thomas, Sanders, and GLM. The green flag is back out. We're racing again here at Phoenix. Phoenix did not get a good restart. I think the front 3 got a good one. About even going into turn 1. GLM trying to get up to Lane Sanders. Vince Freeze moving into the top 10. This is not what GLM needed. He needs to move as quick forward as fast as he can. He tries the outside line on Sanders. Turner tries the outside. That's going to stack up the back of the field. That's not what he needed because Freeze is now into the top 10. 6 laps to go here at Phoenix. Derek Hamill moving into the 5th spot. Where did he come from? Derek Hamill, another surprising run here. Let's see what he's able to do. Back up front, Henry Thomas. If he's coming to 5 laps to go, the flagman held up 5 fingers that time. 5 to go here at Phoenix. Will they be able to get up to him? Sanders lost a ton of time going into turn number 1. That's going to bring the 22 of GLM up to him. Sanders trying to send it in again, trying to make up half a second. 4 to go. Thomas is going to try to break away. Sanders lost a tenth of a second that time by. Back behind them, it is a mess. As you see, Freeze trying to get as many spots as he can. That's his teammate ahead of him, Zachary Fitzwater. Will Fitzwater give Freeze the spot? We'll have to see. Cars moving back and forward. Here's DJ Curtis. We have not seen him in the top 10 at all today. He's going to get up here into the 10th spot. What a topsy-turvy end to the finish with 3 to go. Everybody trying to get all the spots that they can get. GLM is going to make the move on Lane Sanders. This is 5 points, by the way. This is 5 points that GLM desperately needs. He's going to clear. Sanders is going to let him go. 2 laps to go. Does GLM have anything left in the tank for Henry Thomas? He's going to have to make a huge gain here in turn 1 if he wants any shot at him. He couldn't do it. Sanders is going to go right back at him. Try to cross over. Not what GLM wants to see at all. Coming back around, it's going to be the white flag. 1 lap to go for Henry Thomas. He takes it here at Phoenix. 1.5 miles to go. Henry Thomas had an amazing middle half of this season. 4 or 5 top 5s in a row were dampened by a couple of DNFs. But coming down the back straightaway for the final time, Thomas is going to get his 3rd career win out in the desert. Henry Thomas is going to win here at Phoenix Raceway. How about that for the number 36 team? GLM is going to get 2nd, Lane Sanders 3rd, Alexander Phoenix, Derek Hamill rounds out your top 10. Or top 5, it's Fitzwater, Jesse Turner, Vince Freeze is 8th. He managed to go from 40th to 8th by the end of this race, and wow, what a finish. But congratulations to this man, Henry Thomas, who picks up his 3rd career win, his 2nd on the season here at Phoenix International Raceway. Thank you all so much for watching this amazing race here at Phoenix Raceway. With 3 races left in the championship, we'll get you your championship results and your finishing result here in a second. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all next week. Taking a look at your finishing results here, Henry Thomas will get his 3rd Right Lane Cup Series win, his 2nd on the year here at Phoenix. Griffin Lapel McDermott now 2nd in the championship. He finishes 2nd. Lane Sanders, after leading the most laps, will get 3rd. Alexander Phoenix and Derek Hamill round out your top 5. Zachary Fitzwater and Jesse Turner recover to 6th and 7th. Vince Freeze, after a horrible start to this race, he will be in the 8th spot with DJ Curtis and Charles Sanford rounding out your top 10. Nick Breeding's in 11th with Taylor Frey and Luke Evans. Aiden Smith, the pole sitter, is in 14th with Luke Martin 15th. Jeffrey Finguy back to 16th with Major Robinson, Julio Caesar. Ryan Griffin will fall to 3rd in points with this, and Mac Johnson rounds out your top 20. Looking back through the field, Jeff Bolton, after that incident earlier, has been summoned to the Right Lane Cup Series hauler after that crash earlier on lap number 20. Looking back through the field, Alexander Rowe had issues late in the race. He and Dylan LaPrade ended up finishing 34th and 35th. Ben McDonald, Kyle Schustra, Zachary DeLello, and Carson Green all retired. Logan Cloud is checked and released from the Infield Care Center. He will finish 41st, with J.D. Martin finishing in 42nd. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be seeing you all next week at Rockingham for the 18th round of the Right Lane Cup Series. We hope to see you there.